Hi everyone, once again welcome back here. Hope you all are doing great. So today we are going to continue string methods only and we are going to see lots of string methods remaining. And firstly we are going to start from the replace. This video is going to be English. I have recorded this video in Hindi also. If you want to check that video, I will mention the link in the description. Let's start it. Firstly we are going to start with the replace here. REPLAC. What is the use of replace method here? I'm going to take one example. Command forward slash, comment it out. Moving to the next line here. Suppose we are going to take one string here. A is equal to Jho. Here I'm going to write the print function. Print A dot replace, and here I am going to remove j with small j with capital J. Small j with capital J. Here I am going to use j and comma capital J here. So now you can see here, firstly it was the small j here, and now that small j has been replaced with the capital J. I'm going to take one more example here. dd is equal to sunona. Print here dd dot replace here, and because j is the variable name here, as we know that in that variable we have one string and that is string is sunona. Replace, and n is replaced by capital N, sorry, n is replaced by capital N, small n is replaced by capital N here. Now you can see sunona, like in this string if there would be small n in more than two places or three places, then that has been replaced with the capital N. You can see here how many times we have small n here. Two times. So this two places small n has been replaced with the capital N here. Now moving to the next part. So I'm going to take one more example here. Hh is the variable. We have small hh we are going to take here, and in this variable we are going to take one string, and that string would be hi, phi, and here by. Now my question is, the output should be like this. Output should be output. Output would be like this: hi, phi, and here would be the by, by. Output should be like this. So how can you do this? Moving to the next part, hi, phi, by. Here we are going to use the, firstly I'm going to use the split method. Why split methods? I want to split this single string into three different strings, right? So for that I'm going to take one variable, gg is equal to hh dot split here. So if I'm going to print here gg, then you can see this single string hi, phi, by has been split into three different strings. Now what I'm going to do here, firstly there would be the index here. For hi it is going to be the 0, for phi it is going to be 1, for by it is going to be 2 index. So here I'm going to take gg and 0th index is equal to gg 0 index dot replace here, and this one I'm going to take what, the first one, right? E should be replaced with the capital E, right? So I'm going to take here E is going to be replaced with the, now you can see, sorry, now hi, phi, by. Again if I have to do it, how can I do it? So gg, now it's time for the first index value, right, is equal to gg 1 dot replace here, and this small e has been replaced with the capital E here. Now again one more time, we have to do one more time. Second index value is equal to gg 2, again here 2 dot replace and this small e has been replaced with the capital E. Now I'm going to print here GG. Now you can see the output is like that only. This one is the output. The all small e has been replaced with the capital E. From high also, from phi also, from bi also. This is the impact here. Coming to the next part here, coming to the next part. Moving to the next part, I'm going to take here what ends with, starts with. Starts with and ends with here. Ends with here. So what is the use of ends with here and starts with here? So I'm going to write one string here. I'm going to take one string. Y is equal to I love Python programming. I love Python programming here. So I'm going to use here print yy dot starts ts starts with, and here I'm going to take I true because this string has been started with the I, capital I. If I'm going to take print yy dot starts with aa, so it is going to give you the false because this string hasn't been started with the aa. So apart from I, if you are going to give anything, it is going to give you the false here, and ends with. So I'm going to use here print yy dot ends with, and I'm going to give here g. So it is going to ends with g only, incomplete because I have to put one more parenthesis. So it is going to give you true output. Why true? Because this string has been ends with g only, and if you are going to put the programming, then again it is going to give you the true. Print yy dot ends with here, and I'm going to mention here programming. So it is going to give you the correct output, true. Yes, I hope you understood this point, right? And moving to the next part, we are going to use the find and all, everything. Find and index we are going to put here. Find and index. What is the use of find and index here? And yeah, we are going to take yy only, print here, and yy dot find here, and I'm going to use here 0 not oh, so 3, because it is going to count from the left, right? So it is going to give the it is going to give you the index value of first O from the left. So 0 1 2 3. So the in love only O is there, index value of that O is 3 here. And yes, so if I have to explain one thing now here in this problem, previous problem, if I have to explain it with one example how this works at high phi by, then I'm going to take whiteboard here, and after that I'm going to explain you how it is going to work actually. So we have one variable, gg is the variable, and in that gg we stored high, phi and by here, high phi by here. So my question was, firstly we have splitted it. So this is the single string, this is the single string. We use the split method. HH is equal to gg dot split here. And this single string has been splitted into 3 string. This one, this one, this one. I'm going to take here this color. So the index value of this high would be 0, phi would be 1, and this by would be 2. So it is very easy that in 0th index we are going to make changes here. 0 dot replace and this E is going to be replaced with the capital E here. This is the impact here. And after that HH1 dot replace this E, capital E. Yes, this is the impact. Now I hope you got the concept here. What is the actual concept? Coming to the back at this point. Yeah, I was talking about the print here. Dot find. Anything else you want to take? I'm going to take P again. So it is going to give you the 7. Why 7? Because starting from the I index, so 0 space you are going to count 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space again 6, and this P starting free from the left Python. The index value of that P is 7. So it is given you the 7. Okay, again, if I have to explain it with the whiteboard, how can I explain it? Coming back to this point here. Yes, I was talking about the take one variable dd here. And here I'm going to take I love Python programming. So starting from this point, I'm going to take this black. Index value of I is 0. Space you are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the indexing value of this P would be the 7 only. This is the concept here. Now coming back to the next point. Print yy dot r find here, and r I'm going to take what o only I'm going to take here. So it has given you 16 from the, because it is going to count, consider the right side o, left side o is this one, right side o is this one, so the index value of that o is 16 here. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So right side o is, the index value of right side o is 16. Now I'm going to use what? Index. What is the use of index? Print yy dot index here, and I'm going to use here what? I'm going to take o only. So o 3 only. The work of index and find is same only, similar only. Print yy dot r index here, and this one 16. The work of that index and find is same only, similar only. I'm going to count o. So for that, what I'm going to write here, print yy dot count count. I'm going to count o. Just hold for a second. So 3. In this I love Python programming, we have 3 o. 1 2 3. If I'm going to count g, so print here yy dot count again g here. 2. In this string we have 2 times g, this one here and here only. I hope you got the concept here. Now I'm going to use here strip method. What is the use of strip? lstrip, rstrip we are going to use. It is going to replace the extra spaces. That is the use of strip here. Suppose I'm going to take here hh is equal to hello world, hello world world. This, sorry, I'm so sorry. So if I'm going to print hh here, it is going to give you the output here. I'm going to use the strip here. Print hh dot strip. So hello world. This hh strip means left side spaces, extra spaces has been replaced here. And if I'm going to use here print hh dot rstrip, so you can see the left side space has been there, but the right side extra spaces has been replaced. This is the use of strip. And if we are going to use again print hh dot lstrip here, again the left side space, lstrip means left side space has been replaced. And now if I have to remove the space from the center, what can I do? For that we are going to split it, right? So ff is equal to hh dot split here. So if I'm going to print ff, then it has been splitted. Now take cc is equal to ff 0 plus this one plus this ff 1 index. Now I'm going to print cc. Now you can see the extra space from the center has been replaced. So we use this method from the 0th index, and there is no space in between 0th index and the first index, and this is the first index here. This is the concept here, actual concept. I hope you got the point. I hope you got the totally you got this point totally. So meanwhile, keep learning, keep exploring. Bye, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.